Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I'm reviewing Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 1 Episode 13, Infested, which is directed by Saul Ruiz and by Amanda Rose Munoz, and was released on July 23rd, 2021. So yeah, but the episode was whatever. I really didn't care for it. It was definitely my least favorite episode of the series so far. Mainly just not a lot of stuff. Well, stuff definitely happens. There's not a lot I really cared too much about. There wasn't any like crazy character development in it, which if there was, I would have definitely enjoyed it more. It does introduce the Pikes into the series, but they're very it's not like a huge presence. There was a new character introduced named Roland Durand, who's another, underworld, crime dude who's like part of a bigger family, I guess. But he was actually kind of indirectly mentioned already in the episode of Battle Scars, because at the start of that episode we see the Bad Batch at the end of a mission where they captured this animal for a client of Sid's, and you learn that client was this Duran guy, because we see him with that animal named it was Ruby. So that was a nice little callback there. But I think we'll probably see this Durand character in the future, definitely after we see Omega stick up for him, which obviously throughout the series we've seen Omega be trusting of a lot of people, good and bad. So yeah, but I do think we'll probably see the character again. So some stuff in this episode could eventually pay off down the road, but right now I just don't really care for the episode a whole lot. Obviously the animation, music, whatnot was still great. Definitely some funny moments also, and comedic moments which I've enjoyed throughout the series also. So, but that's I've enjoyed all three of those things throughout the entire series so far. So it's not like it makes this episode up something special. If that stuff wasn't good in this episode, then I would have really not cared for this episode at all. But yeah, I guess I probably would have enjoyed the episode more if it built on the relationship more with the Bad Batch and Sid, because the general gist of this episode was the Bad Batch come back from a mission. They Orbital, and they head back to Sid's parlor, and the place is full of random people, and they head into Sid's office, and they find the character Roland Durand, who's a Devorian, or however it's pronounced, and then the episode is has the Bad Batch, with Sid as they work together, to, they go into, Roland's, or Sid's office and steal some spice Roland has to give to the Pikes, and then, because they go to this underground area, and, when I guess has an entrance to, Sid's office, and that's how they steal the spice. But then Roland finds out and sends his men after them, and then they lose the spice, and then they come back to the parlor later thinking him and the Pikes have taken him already, and it's clear, but they're still there. And so then the Bad Batch have to go and recover the spice, so the Pikes will leave them alone. That's the story of the episode. But Sid goes along with the Bad Batch on both those missions. I wish we got a little bit more development there with their relationship, because we've seen Omega start trusting Sid and whatnot, but we haven't seen all the Bad Batch yet. Definitely Echo is against Sid. In fact, really all Echo's done the series so far is during the occasional thing where he speaks up about something, being like, oh, maybe this isn't good, but then he just stands there and does nothing the rest of the episode. But I do wish we would get a little more Echo, but it is what it is. But I wish we got a little bit more there with that. But it just wasn't an episode I really cared for. There's a lot to say. I guess I pretty much already broke down the episode. In the low underground area, there's some killer bat thingies, but get alerted when they make noise, and obviously both times they made noise, and so as Wrecker making noise, and so then they come out and whatnot. If that threat was a bit more was a bit more of a threat, they kind of just get away from them pretty easily. If there's a cooler, action moment with that, then I probably made the episode a little bit better also. But anyways, the episode ends with the Bad Batch giving the spice to the Pikes, and then the Pikes, it seems like they're gonna cut the Roland Duran's head off, but then Omega tries to stop them and whatnot, but they go through with it, but it ends up turning out that they're cutting off his horn, and then the Pikes leave, and Omega asks Duran if he's okay, and he is, and then he leaves, and then the episode ends with Hunter asking Omega why she stuck up for Duran, which she says, maybe he's not all that bad. So, yeah. Like I said, it is probably definitely my least favorite episode of the series so far. I just really don't have much to really say about it. It wasn't, absolute garbage. I've really enjoyed the series so far, so, yeah, there's still some, good elements in the episode, but it just wasn't as good. It was definitely nowhere near the worst Star Wars animated episode of all the series. So yeah, but and anyways, my grade, I'll give it a C plus. So yeah. Anyways, next week I'll be reviewing the next episode. Episode 14, I believe it's called War Mantle. So there might be some clone stuff in that episode. So I'm excited to see what comes in the next 3 episodes. But yeah. Anyways, I've been Stars. Catch you guys in the next one.
Level of disobedience in disregard for orders.
What else you got? Give me more!
Our squad's nothing but trouble.